There's a article written by a former colleague of mine, Jennifer Roback, and it appeared in the Journal of Economic History. And the title of the article was The Political Economy of Segregation, the Case of Segregated Streetcars. Now, in the early part of our history, streetcars were privately owned. In the 1890s, there were laws written, requiring the streetcar companies to maintain segregated cars. That is, to put blacks in the back and whites in front. This was in Augusta, Houston, Jacksonville, Mobile, Montgomery, and Memphis. Now, why did these cities have a law mandating that streetcar companies segregate their trolley cars? Well, if the private companies wanted to segregate their trolley cars, why would you need a law? Obviously, they did not want to. The same thing can be said with the segregated lunch counters, segregated hotels, segregated movie theaters, all these other Jim Crow laws. Why would these Jim Crow laws be on the books if white people would not allow a black to come into a restaurant? Obviously, some white people would. And the Jim Crow laws would be, the segregation would begin to break down. For example, let's say that I'm a white person and you're a white person and we own restaurants. And you want to maintain a segregated restaurant. And I say, I'm not going to maintain a segregated restaurant. I'm going to allow whites and blacks to come in mine. Well, what you're going to do, you're going to lose business. Or at least you'll be envious of me because I'm getting more business. So you'll have incentive to get a law enacted mandating that everybody have segregated facilities. It's a matter of fact, it's very interesting. It's the same phenomena with cigarette smoking. Some jurisdictions, some of the restaurants ban cigarette smoking. But what they found, they were losing customers to restaurants that did allow cigarette smoking. So what did these restaurants get city councils to do? They tried to get city councils to make all of the restaurants ban smoking so that they would not lose customers to the restaurants that had much more flexibility. So what I'm arguing is that we would not have seen as much segregation had it not been for the Jim Crow laws. And what the 1964 Civil Rights Act did, it offset another source of government power, namely the Jim Crow laws that created segregation in the first place.